There's a question from an audience saying, can you throw some light on the importance of the education ministry or the minister? And I think the question is very straight, saying on our first education minister, but in general, could the person there or the department have really done something to either create a better narrative or create the distortion that we see?
Now that's an important question. Did I say, did you talk about, he or she talk about the first education minister? Look, so I can talk about the first education, but I don't want to. I want to talk about the last education minister. Because that is in our hands. What happened 60, 70 years ago is not in our hands. Yes, that person was biased, no doubt about it. If you the Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, if you see his speeches that he gave, very incendiary, pan-Islamic, he promoted all that. We don't know anything about that. The Lucknow speech especially. But the fact of the matter is that is 70 years. All you need is a history textbook that you need to impart to a people who is in class maybe 9th. Even 9th से पहले आप कुछ भी बोलना है बोल दो, टीपू महान था, ये स्पोर्ट्स से खेल लो, ये कर लो, वो कर लो, it's okay. But those formative years, 9th to 12th, and then the college years, you have to talk about the education ministers that we have in the contemporary time. And there it is an absolute matter of shame, because what happens is this government is only concerned with the people it has as long as it is in power. So possibly the way its mind works is that we are selecting people who are quote unquote nationalists, pro-India, pro this, pro that, and so we are safe. But you are safe only till the point you are in power. Remember this, the moment you go out of power, every one of these people will go out of their authority as well. So much so that, sorry, just to digress for 10 seconds, there's a wonderful book called Supreme Whispers, written by Chandrachud, who is related to the Justice Chandrachud. And there he talks about what the Chief Justices, ex-Chief Justices talk about. And you have to read it to realize the bizarre lengths to which Congress went to find out if any person was associated in the slightest of ways with, leave alone BJP, just the RSS as well. So there was this High Court Chief Justice of Mumbai who was slated to become the Supreme Court judge. And Indira Gandhi found out that this gentleman attended the funeral of RSS Gowalkar. 2 days before he was to be made Supreme Court judge, he was not. So this thing that people have that, look, we are in power, we are going to pick up people who are, going to be of our ideology, we will tell the truth. That remains only till you remain in power. Because you haven't changed the textbooks, you haven't changed the school textbook, there still are people who still like Che Guevara, still like Mao, who still think Stalin was a hero. Unless you change the textbooks, you're not going to change the way people think. You are simply changing the way people think for the next 5 years or 10 years. Maybe, I don't know, maybe that's what people want. So I am not concerned about the first education minister. उन्होंने अपना काम कर लिया, वो निकल गए. I am concerned about the last education minister who said, I am proud to have not changed anything. Thank God he was changed.